Now here's meteorologist Pete Mangione with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
All right, I'll have your afternoon forecast coming up in just a minute, but those pictures from this morning, just so impressive of the water spout. Let's revisit those one more time. And again, this is from Rick LaSalle, and this picture is taken from Quonset Point in North Kingstown. Out over the water, you can see what's more than likely a water spout. A water spout, simply a tornado which touches down over the water. And usually these aren't a big deal because there's nothing out there. Most of the time the boaters use caution or not out there, so it doesn't really damage anything because it's just out over the water sucking up some of that water. I wanted to go over a little bit of this terminology because sometimes we tend to confuse this. A funnel cloud is not that uncommon to see around here when we have these storms move through. A funnel cloud is simply a rotating cloud out over the water. It does not necessarily have to touch the ground. That's what's so unusual about what we saw this morning, is that the funnel cloud did touch the ground. Now, a tornado is a funnel cloud which makes contact with the ground. Often it does a lot of damage. Here's an example of what a tornado might look like, or a picture from years ago. This is not today, something very important to emphasize. I'm just using this for educational purposes only to show the funnel cloud actually making contact with the ground. So that's what a tornado is. And then a water spout, simply a tornado over the ground, what we saw from this morning. And we'll take one last look at the picture here just because again, amazing to look at if my clicker wants to help me out. There we go. And you can see clearly the form taking the funnel cloud all the way down to the water, perhaps sucking up some of that water. Now, there's no official report from the Weather Service on the category of a tornado that this might be, but history tells us that pictures like this could be an F0 tornado. That's what we might be looking at. Again, that's not official, but often this is what very weak tornadoes, F0 tornadoes, that's the weakest kind you can get. This is what they can often look like. So we'll wait and see for the official report on that picture. In the meantime, just a ton of rain coming down this morning, and this doesn't look that bad, but keep in mind a lot of this rain coming down half an hour, maybe just an hour, really flooding out a lot of the roadways. Providence, almost an inch of rain. Over an inch and a half here in Taunton, and about an inch and a quarter there in Newport. Now, back to live Pinpoint Doppler 12. We're not seeing anything overhead. However, there are some storms moving in here from Long Island. So this is something we'll watch. These are a couple of hours away, and they may end up sort of missing us offshore, but something to watch as we head into the afternoon. But right now, it's beautiful. No imminent danger. Temperature right now, 75 degrees. Those winds are completely calm. Other temperatures in the mid-70s right now. We'll be warming to around 84, 85 degrees for a high temperature today. There go the storms from this morning. But off to the west, another front will move in, so a decent chance of some storms early this afternoon, maybe from these, and then later on this evening after 5 or 6 as that front pulls on through. So your forecast for the rest of the day breaks down like this. A spotty thunderstorm possible. I'm still thinking the majority of the day is rain-free and pretty muggy. Temperatures in the mid-80s, 84 by around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. South Shore temperatures today, upper 70s to low 80s should be the general rule. For northern Rhode Island, temperatures here in the mid-80s. You can see 84 in Cumberland, and out in Plymouth, a high temperature of around 85 degrees. So in your 7-day futurecast, you'll notice we may actually see a few of these storms lingering tomorrow morning. We should clear that out by tomorrow afternoon. Friday looks like a nice day, and then for the weekend, some showers and storms possible early on Saturday. Sunday looking okay with partly cloudy skies. And you know the deal for the weekend. Check back in with us because we may look out on the timing, and most of the weekend could end up rain-free. But definitely some wild weather around this morning. We'll be checking in this afternoon to see if any more storms pop up, but probably not quite as crazy as this morning.
All right, thank you, Pete. Now here's a